I would say I was an evangelical atheist. I enjoyed arguing with people and trying to prove everything about Christianity wrong. I just wanted to play music and just be rock and roller, man. And there's rock and roll lifestyle, drugs, alcohol, girls, whatever. And as I got older, I wasn't comfortable in the dark anymore. I decided I was going to get sober at that point. Brian Welch from Korn he said, all you have to do is ask. And I was like, well, I've asked before. And, all I asked is show yourself. We had just gotten back from our Thanksgiving beach trip that we always do every year. We had some music playing. I was standing in here in this room right here. All of a sudden, my vision started to close in around me, and I felt this warm sensation of like an embrace. And as I stood there, I basically was told, you've been asking for me, and here I am, and you're going to need me real soon. And then about 2 weeks later, I was diagnosed with cancer. 6 weeks of chemo and radiation. I finished my battle with treatment. I built up a little bit of like an anxiety, after going through all that. And I needed something to calm me down. And I'd driven past the building all those times. I was like, I'm gonna go look at Two Cities, see if they have a YouTube page. So I started watching some of Kyle's sermons on there, and I found myself just not doing my work and just enthralled with everything he was saying. My father and stepmother, I overheard them telling somebody that they were attending Two Cities, and so they asked one day if they could come see the kids, and I said, no, I'm just going to come with you. And that was the first time I had willingly walked into a church in over 20 years by my own power. I was baptized on Easter Sunday by Steve Childs, who reached out to me that first day that I walked into the church willingly. I've had several friends that I've brought with me to the church. I even got to baptize one of them. As my kids were growing up, my mother would always tell them Bible stories and tell them about Jesus, and I was like, don't be telling her all that stuff. I want her to find out on her own. And when I came to Christ then, it was sort of like a shock for her, because everything Dad had said is now backwards. And at first, I think she was a little bit apprehensive, but she began to embrace it. Now she's serving on cameras and attends youth group, and she's made lots of friends there in the youth group, and she loves it. Since coming to Christ, I have definitely changed my entire way of thinking, entire way of living. I have a hope that I didn't have before. I often wondered how somebody who was so far in the dark, if there was any way you could actually dig yourself out, if there was any way that he would ever forgive how horrible I was. I believe that I am proof that no matter how bad a sinner you are, God can bring you and turn you around.